So you're tired of seeing the grids on your lace wigs, aka screen porch. Today I'm going to test out several different methods and see which one is the best to hide in grids on the lace wig. And we're also going to do a completely glueless wig install. This wig today will be linked below in the description box, so be sure to check there. And let's jump right in. Let's take a look at this wig straight out the box. I want to show you how it looks when you take it out. This wig will be linked below in the description box. So first things first, let's talk about the color. This is a beautiful brown, dark brown wig with highlights going through. The cap is a 13x6 lace cap. Glueless. You can wear it with glue if you choose to. However, today's video I am not going to glue it so you all can see how realistic it can look without glue. So taking a look at the hair color again, it's a beautiful highlighted wig, and it does have like streaks of blonde going through it, but the base color is a dark brown. So let's talk about wig caps. Let's jump right into this. We're going to start off with the wig cap, and this is something everyone uses under their wig to try to get a scalp look and also flatten down the hair. When you apply a wig cap, normally you can see the wig cap through the lace. If your knots aren't bleached, then they will look like this. And as you can see, it definitely shows the wig cap a lot more when you don't have any tint going on from your knots being bleached. So with this wig, you can part it anywhere you want on that lace. So each time I part it, you can see my wig cap, and especially with the thin hairline, this one does have that super pre-plucked hairline. So the super pre-plucked hairline wigs are definitely wigs that you need to make sure if you're applying anything under it, it's not going to be seen. The hairline looks so good on this wig, you don't need to do anything to it, but you do want to make sure that if you're trying to create a fake scalp, there's no line of separation from the cap you're applying or anything. So today's video, I'm going to show you guys different ways or different methods you can use and what works and don't work with the super pre-plucked hairline. So if you did not want to bleach your knots, you can always tint them. The biggest mistake people make is thinking that the lace tints are supposed to completely cover the knots. They do in somewhat way, however, they just give the tint of the color of the scalp. So that's why when using a lace tint, you should always use one that is closer to your scalp color. That way you can get that tint. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys what it would look like. This one right here is the medium light brown, I believe. Yeah, the light medium brown. So it will provide that scalp appearance underneath the wig, even if you're using makeup, because some people use makeup to create this. And if you use makeup, you can always go over top of it with a little bit of the adhesive sprays to make sure that it don't smudge and smear, and then just dry it. So this is what it would look like. As you can see, it creates the tint to the lace to give it that scalp color. However, this don't really hide the grids for me. And sometimes it hides some of the knots depending on how small the knots are. But as you can see, you can still see the knots, but it definitely gives that tint of the scalp. It's still good to use if you decide not to bleach your knots. Alright, so the next option you can use to create a fake scalp in your wig is the silicone adhesive. A lot of people have talked about this. I've done a video demonstrating on how to use it, but I'm going to show today how I would use it. So this comes in a color that is only a color that will be of a lighter scalp. But what you would do is you would take strips of it and you would apply it in the inside of the cap. And it's supposed to hide the grids on the lace. This is a good option for that. I feel like this option though would be better just for if you're wearing a lace closure, but not an actual wig, because applying this on the inside of the cap, while it does hide the grids like it's supposed to, I do find that when washing my wig, I have to reapply this over and over again. So it can become a bit pricey having to do that. I mean, you can probably find ways where you don't need to reapply over and over again, but for me, I usually have to. Now, as you can see, It does look like scalp under the wig. However, there is a line of separation, and this hairline is super thin. So unless you're applying it a little further back, you are going to see that line of separation. You can add makeup there if you want to. You can do whatever you need to blend it. But rather than hiding the grids, I don't like the line that it leaves. So let's talk about the next option. All right, so the next and last option to hide the grids on your lace is to use a fake scalp material. Now, the fake scalp material comes in several different colors, so it has options from, you know, my complexion to darker complexions. I use the tan color. So this is right here, the first fabric that you would use to apply into your wig. And this actually is really good because this part is the part that should hide the line of separation from the actual fabric. I will link this material below in the description box. The great thing about the fabric is that you can sew it into your wig, and yes, it will last. You don't need to take it out. It won't wash out. It won't come off. As long as you secure it in there with thread, you will have that fake scalp material in that wig, and you get a lot of material when you use the fake scalp material and do it yourself. So you can use it for multiple wigs. I do have a full video demonstrating how to sew in the fake scalp material to your wig, so I will link that below or pop it out right here. And as you can see, this is the one thing that you can use where you won't get that line of separation. It absolutely blends very, very well, and it gives that fake scalp look without any detection of it. And it's very comfortable and breathable. So now that I figured out the perfect material I want to use in today's wig, I'm gonna go ahead and do this glueless install for you all to show you how fabulous this wig is. I just absolutely love the ease of applying this wig. So I'm just taking my hot comb and pushing that hairline back. So I don't know if I mentioned it, but this wig is a 20-inch. It is a body wave texture, and I'm styling this wig straight out the box. I have not done anything. I love the fact that it is very easy to work with as far as application. However, if you want a flawless application with this and a scalp appearance, I highly recommend bleaching the knots. That way you do not need to try to cover them after you hide the grids. And I do have a current video showing you all what I use and how I bleach my knots. I will pop it out to you right here. All right, so already you can see how natural the scalp area looks and how also the lace blends. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of argan oil and hair mousse. Argan oil is the only thing I like to apply to the ends of the hair, just to make sure that the hair stay hydrated. And the hair mousse I like to use to flatten down any flyaways at the top of the hair, because we all know these wigs have the little hairs that stick up from them tying the knots. But this definitely helps. So yeah, that's what I'm applying at the top of the hair. Now, since I'm not gluing down this wig, I want to make sure that the lace at the front is not visible and it's as flat as possible. So sometimes I would take a little bit of hair mousse and just create just a small baby hair right there and dry it so that that area is laying nice and flat. And to finish out this style, I'm just going to add some curls right to the front, because this wig did come pre-styled, but because it was sitting in a box, of course, some of the curls are kind of flattened. So I'm just touching it up and fixing what needs to be fixed. So this is the finished result. I absolutely love using the fake scalp material. I will be sure to link this wig below in the description box, and also the fake scalp material will be linked below in the description box for you all. I love this color so very much. It's so pretty. Like, the highlights and everything is just gorgeous. Thank you guys so much for watching. Go check out my previous videos if you have missed them, and I will see you tomorrow for the last video of this week. And I appreciate your support. Thumbs up the video, share it, subscribe if you're new. Mwah.